What's going on, everyone? It's Dustin with Journey to Master, and today's episode, I'm just gonna real talk everyone. So, my content's been a little slow the past week, 2 weeks. I've been finding out that I'm taking on way too much work for how many guys we have. So I'm constantly like doing the work or trying to do the work of 6 people, and there's only 3 of us, 2 of which are apprentices. So the amount of work that we're doing, the amount of work that we're trying to do, is insane. I'm kind of a yes man. Like I've always had this need to impress because whatever, 10 different reasons. But getting into this, I think like I kind of had this idea that for the first year, I had to have this many guys by the end of the year, and I had this many trucks, and had to have this much money in the bank, and there were all these goals that I just had to achieve. And lately I've realized like I'm doing so much work and so much office stuff that I'm running myself too thin. I'm trying personally, me, to do the work of every single person. The bookkeeper, the tax guy, the electrician out in the field, the master electrician, the guy that's estimating everything, the guy that's talking to all the customers, the guy that's answering the phones, the guy that's searching for a shop for us, the guy that's organizing everything, the guy that's going and ordering all the materials, getting all the materials, the guy that's filming everything that we're doing, the guy that's coming home, loading all that film onto a computer, editing every single thing, trying to find music for it, then syncing it all together and putting videos and putting it up on YouTube, and then going to Twitter, and then going to Facebook, and then going to Instagram, and then going to YouTube, and creating multiple websites. Like, I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm constantly doing stuff. I'm looking for vans right now. I'm just trying to find a different vehicle. I'm doing 10-year projections. I'm putting shit in calendars to try to keep up with everything that I'm trying to do. But I'm getting to the point where I'm realizing this isn't wise. This isn't the way that I should be doing things. Instead of just saying yes to every single customer that calls, I just need to be like, no, dude, sorry, we're 3 weeks out and you're going to have to wait. And I'm realizing too that I am very cheap, and people use me a lot because I'm very cheap, not because of how skilled I am. A lot of the people that I've been getting, because I'm a startup, and the places that I've been looking for work, like Angie's List and Home Advisor and things, are generally people that want the cheapest deal because they have the smallest problem, and they're tight, so they join Home Advisor because they can find cheap competition. I'm realizing that I need to be specializing in specific things and slowing my workload down. I know what I have to pay my guys. I know what I have to pay as far as bills every month, and I don't need to be doing 12 jobs a day split between 2 people. It's just not necessary. And I feel like the quality of work, because I'm just constantly hustling, and the amount of like flow of telephone calls and all this stuff, I need to just slow us down because it needs to be more controlled. We need more skill, honestly. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I have zero audacity when it comes to claiming that I'm the best electrician. I know my faults, and they're plentiful. I know my strengths, and they're plentiful as well. But I know that I've only been doing this for 10 years. Like, I'm still not even an adolescent in this trade yet. And I'm a master electrician, sure. But, man, there's some guys that are 70 years old that are still wearing their fucking tools. And they've been doing this shit 30, 40 years. Like, I'm nowhere close to their level. But what I am is a constant studier, a constant learner, and a teacher. And I just love this shit. I just love the theory behind it. I love the attitude of it. I love the designing lighting and, like, blowing somebody's mind when they're like, hey, would you be able to come out here like 3 o'clock in the morning and just put these lights, like hold them up so I can see them? And fuck yeah. But man, I need to be charging for that shit because I'm just giving a lot of shit away. And it's crushing me. You know, I'm making my guys work a lot of overtime. I mean, like they're killing it in overtime, but it's killing me. All that overtime is just like, it's building up and building up, and there's no reason for it because they're stressed the fuck out. They're also yes men in the fact that if I ask them to do something, it's very seldom that they're going to say no. And so I'm I'm overworking all of us because I'm trying to take on everything. You know, I don't want to let anybody down. I want everybody that, you know, needs something from me or needs help or whatever. Like, yeah, man, I got you. Don't worry about it. But it's tearing me apart. It's like I'm holding on by a thread sometimes on how much I'm putting in front of myself to do at every given point. That's who I am. I've always been that way. I've always been just like hustle, hustle, grind, get there, get there. But I ain't no spring chicken no more. I'm 32. I mean, I'm not an old man yet. I'm still a kid, but there's just more important shit in front of me. You know, I gotta like, knock out beautiful, intelligent, amazing wife. And I've got a kid who is like, he's got the perspective of a 32-year-old that's coming into his own. But he's still got like this childish, you know, like kid self, but he's super intellectual. I've got a truck that's completely paid for. I've got a house. Like, I've got 2 dogs, you know, both of them are cool as shit. They've got like crazy personalities and they're super like sensitive and loving and like just amazing animals. And dude, I've just got shit. I've got a phone that I can record my idiot self talking, and there's a handful of people that actually are cool with me, you know, like they'll write me shit back and I write them shit back. Like I'm just meeting really cool people. I've got all my limbs. I've got breath in my lungs. I've got, you know, like I'm set. You know, there's more important shit in life than the constant grind for money, the constant chase and hustle. I love hustling because of necessity. I shouldn't say that. Truth be told, I don't enjoy hustling. I'm a hustler by necessity, by circumstance, and I've always had to be. So I've gotten used to do it, but shit, man, like if I could just sit and do art, like I should show you all some of my art sometime. I'm pretty decent at art. I feel like I'm a better artist than I am an electrician. And art is something that I can just like stop doing for a year and pick something up and just be like, and I'm super happy with what it is. Like, check this shit out. This is kind of cool. So, this is an owl that I did. I don't know if it's really an owl. I mean, it is, but like super drippy and weird. There's a lot of like line and detail in everything that I do. Everything I do is like contour. I try to make 3 dimensions out of 2 dimensions. So, anyways, that's just one of my pieces. I've got a lot of other stuff. But that's the other thing, man, is like just doing this, you know, I don't want to fall out of love with being an electrician. Sorry, I have to put my little stand back up. Anyways, I don't want to fall out of love with being an electrician. The reason that I started my own company is because I wanted to make more money, really. But I also wanted the freedom to be able to work on my own schedule, do the kind of work that I want to do. I wanted to specialize and just like get better because I was running into a lot of walls with the teachers that I had. And I think that I thought that I was ready to just jump out there and do all of this. And I am. But it's shit, there's just a lot to learn. So anyways, that's all to say, like the next few weeks are probably going to be pretty slow because I feel like the right thing that I need to be doing right now is just reining things in. I need to be turning more work away, telling people that we're even further out. If they'd like to wait, that's totally fine. But I also just need to tell people when they ask, like, hey, will you come out and drive an hour and a half away to hang 2 ceiling fans. Be like, no, dude, no. I'm sorry. You're going to have to call somebody else. Figuring out a way to say that is really hard because, you know, I don't ever like to be impolite or seem ungrateful, or I just don't want to let anybody down. And it's a self-image thing. It really is. It's like I'm afraid that people will think badly of me, so then I just like want to do everything, and I'll put myself in these really like cheap, shitty situations that are like really difficult work, all to just get one more smile on somebody else's face when they think of Livewire Electrical. But I'm realizing, man, that I need to slow down the work. I know what my guys are going to get paid if I just guarantee them 40 hours every week. And we go slow, we can lose money, it's fine. We don't need to profit. If we could break even on everything, then that's fine. But I think like the way to think about this company being a brand new company is that we need to start and have our entire first year just learning. Like just learning, not even about making money, not trying to hire 3 more journeymen, and not trying to get a fancy vehicle. I might sell my Titan to get a van. I know that's shitty. Like, I got a sick truck. I love that fucking truck, but I don't need it. And it's a Nissan, so every time it breaks down, it's really fucking expensive to fix. I love it, man, but I need a van. I really need a van, so I've been just throwing around the idea in my head of getting a van at least lately. I don't know, man. That truck's paid off, and it's my other baby. But I think that the most important thing is that a company is only as good as the boss. You know, like if you have a company that fails, it's because the boss failed. Everything is my responsibility. Everything comes down to me, and it being a training issue, or if somebody's not doing something that they're supposed to be doing, it's because I'm not on them to do it. You know, and I don't mean on them like I'm cracking whips all the time, but even just like reminders, constant reminders, and then making it a big deal when it's not happening, and I'm just kind of like taking charge. I think I've been in this role of just kind of being like doing work with people, not thinking about like I'm a boss, I need to be a boss. I'm doing all of the work of the boss, but I'm not being rigid enough to things that I need to be rigid with. I've noticed like we don't tuck our shirts in all the time, and even that, you know, it's kind of a stupid thing to like care about, but I just feel like the perspective of having somebody walk into your home that's tucked in and looks neat and clean, not dirty ass fingers, you know, like the persona of that is important. So just fine tuning like little details, being more organized. Oh!